Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. NFL Week 13, Sunday and Monday. So we did get through Thanksgiving and Black Friday, and we've had a dog win, a dog win, a dog win, and a dog win. Wow. All the dogs barking so far to start off Week 13. Lions upset. Packers get a win on the road. Cowboys beat the Chiefs. Ravens lose to the Bengals. And the Eagles lose to the Red Hot Bears. Now we get on to Sunday's mess. Then where the NFL just reigns supreme, right? By the way, the Chiefs look like they're not going to make the playoffs. Wow. First, if you're new to our show or been here before, welcome or welcome back. We do appreciate everybody watching. All of our shows brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier, 7-day free trial in the comment section. And if you want more help on it, feel free to throw a message in there. Also, Discord channel available in the comment section as well. If you want to get all of our picks early, our unit sizes, all the sports that we do. You're busy all year long, sports wagering. Join a couple 100+ members who love doing the same thing that you do. It's called Watching and Wagering on Sports. All right, let's get started. We got 1 o'clock Eastern time frame, 49ers and the Browns. The man who throws more interceptions, Brock Purdy, and the 49ers favored by 45.5 or 4.5 here on the road, 35.5. I will say this. So I don't expect the boatload scoring here. The Browns defense is awesome. Let's see if Myles Garrett can break the sack record. He's only, 4 away? And we got 5+ games left, so a couple more sacks here, and he's going to be really close, and this should be pretty exciting stuff. Shedeur, who didn't do a bunch last week, but, it was Vegas, so you didn't really have to do that much. He's going to have to play a little bit better. Judkins is going to be able to have to run the ball. Myles Garrett and that defense is going to have to be going crazy. It's not that the 49ers are super-duper imposing or anything of that nature either. They're not, but, but this total – is getting a little ridiculous at 35.5 here. That's just, at 39.5, it was probably worth an under, but they're just at 35.5, got to take this over here. So 49ers and Browns over 6.5 first quarter, 17.5 first half, 35.5 for the game. Brian Robinson Jr., 22+ rush yards. Purdy, 50+ pass yards in the first quarter. Purdy to throw a pick. Juwan Jennings, 39+ receiving yards. McCaffrey, anytime touchdown. McCaffrey for 40+ receiving yards. McCaffrey for 5+ catches. I think they're going to have to use him a lot more this week in the pass game. Jennings for 4+ receptions. And Purdy only 28+ pass attempts. And that one there, we expect San Francisco to have to throw the ball to move it and try to run it late, but we expect it, like I said, we expect them to have to do that. Now, the question is, are the Browns going to be able to move the ball? Because to hit that over, they're not going to be able to – it's not going to be the 49ers scoring 36 by themselves. I think it's attainable to get that over. Like I said, I just think it's way too low. If that thing was 40, honestly, I think we got to play it the other way. But at that number, 35.5, just begging to go over in that one. Rams and Panthers – 1 o'clock Eastern time in Carolina. I know Carolina did not play well last week on Monday Night Football. I was disappointed in them as well. The defense played really well, though, and I think that's the key here to keep this game somewhat close. And the Panthers at home have been better offensively. We do like the Panthers when this thing was at 10.5. I think it might be a push or could be a push at 10. But we took the Panthers in this spot, plus 3.5 first quarter, 6.5 first half, 10.5 for the game. One thing that the Rams normally do is allow teams they either get up to an early lead and they allow teams to get back in it, or they fall way behind early because they're going 3 and out and their defense isn't stopping anybody. Could be maybe they just don't. Maybe there's not a lot of scoring early. Completely can understand that here. I like the Panthers to keep that close. And then player prop wise in this game, Kyren Williams under 14.5 yards longest rush. Stafford under 141.5 passing yards first half. Davis Allen for the Rams under 10.5 receiving yards. Devontae Adams, 10+ receiving yards first quarter. Kyren Williams, 10+ receiving yards. Puka Nacua under 7.5 receptions. Rico Dowdle, 14-plus yards longest rush. Devontae Adams, 5-plus receptions. Kyron Williams, 2-plus receptions. Davis Allen, under 8.5 yards longest reception. And Jalen Coker for the Panthers, 3-plus receptions. Whew. A lot of player props in that one there as well. Next game up, Texans, Colts at Indy, where Indy is normally extremely strong. Indy favored by 3.5 here, 44.5 total. The defense for the Texans has been the ticket. Texans have struggled to score, especially on the road. We like the under 44.5 in this particular game. We're going to focus there. Under 7.5 in the first quarter, 23.5 first half, 44.5 for the game. Daniel Jones to throw a pick. Nick Chubb, 16-plus rush yards. Tyler Warren, 10-plus receiving yards in the first quarter. Ward for 4-plus tackles and assists combined. Sauce Gardner under 4.5 tackles and assists. Daniel Jones under 30.5 pass attempts. They love to throw the ball run the ball when they are at home, especially, and expect them to do that quite a bit in this one. Pittman under 17.5 yards longest reception. They act like he's not even there most of the time. Warren for 52-plus receiving yards. Smaller play as he's hit some earlier numbers first quarter and first half. He's been struggling to get to 50, 60 yards. Alex Pierce under 5.5 yards first quarter because they never go to him in the first quarter at all. The next game up, we get onto the schedule here. Another 1 o'clock Eastern time frame game. Cardinals and the Titans Cardinals and the Bucks. My apologies, not the Titans. 1 o'clock Eastern time frame. Bucks favored by 44.5, 45.5 here total. So the Bucks have really struggled the last few weeks on the road going against superior teams. Now the question is when they go against an inferior team, are they going to be able to cover a number like 4.5? I don't think so. I honestly don't. Their defense they can stop the run, but they can't stop the pass. And guess what the Cardinals are going to do? They're going to pass it about 500 times until Jacoby Brissett's arm falls off because their run game is non-existent with missing a couple backs. The question is are they going to be able to score a bunch on the Cards? I don't know. Cards last week were tremendous and still lost the game. They picked off Trevor Lawrence, I think, 387 times and still figured out a way to lose in overtime. But after Jonathan Gannon didn't go for the win, that was another shock here. We like the Cardinals plus the points here. I think they just keep this thing close. I don't know if they win this game, but I think they keep it within a field goal. Cards plus 0.5 first quarter, 2.5 first half, 4.5 for the game. Trey McBride, anytime touchdown. Jacoby Brissett, 36-plus pass attempts. Michael Wilson, 55-plus receiving yards. Brissett, 278-plus passing and rushing yards combined. Trey McBride, 72-plus receiving yards. Michael Wilson, 5-plus receiving yards first quarter. And Soroka Dennis, under 7.5 tackles and assists. Ibuka, who's been extremely quiet as of late, under 63.5 receiving yards. Everybody was so excited about him. Oh, he's going to score 15 touchdowns. Rookies don't score 15 touchdowns. They had 6 through 3 weeks. It's going to be hard to get to 10, and the yardages went way down as well. Rashad White, 10-plus receiving yards. Rashad White, 2-plus receptions. Next game up. Then we've got the Jags and the Titans. So we've went through years and years now of Trevor Lawrence, and it's the same thing. It doesn't matter who's the coach. He throws the ball, way too many interceptions. The offense always looks disconjointed. They can't – it's because they won't put the guy under center. How freaking hard is it to put Trevor Lawrence under center? Go under center because when he – under center and play action, they look really good, and the run game looks 10 times better as well. Mahomes, the same thing. A lot of times the Chiefs get stuck in this everything's got to be out of the shotgun, but when they're under center and they throw the run game in there, all of a sudden now you got to worry about both, and all of a sudden the lanes are more open. I don't understand. Jacksonville is going to probably figure out a way to get into the playoffs and then lose in the first round. They're favored by 6.5 here against the Titans. Actually, the Titans I thought played a lot better last week. We'll take the Titans plus the points here. Titans plus 0.5 first quarter, 3.5 first half, 6.5 for the game. Spears under 22.5 rush yards. At the rate Spears is going, he would need 20 carries to get to 23. Cam Ward, 34-plus pass attempts. Cam Ward, 42-plus passing yards in the first quarter. Trevor Lawrence to throw a pick. Why not? Spears under 6.5 rush attempts. They keep knocking that number down. We keep going under and cashing. Cam Ward, 21-plus completions. Cam Little, 2-plus field goals in that game between Jacksonville and the Titans. And then we get to the Saints and the Dolphins, 1 o'clock Eastern time frame as well. Dolphins favored by 5.5 at home. So if the Dolphins continue to run the ball like they have the last few games, they're going to be able to win some more on the way out. They should be able to beat the Saints team. That Kamara's out. Chris Olave might be out in this game as well. We like the Dolphins at home here. We think Achane has a big day as well. Dolphins -0.5 first quarter, 3 first half, 5.5 for the game. The way to make Tua win lately is not let him throw the ball a lot. So Tua under 21.5 completions. Juwan Johnson, 45-plus receiving yards. Achane, 19-plus yards, longest rush. Tua under 223.5 pass yards. Achane, 20-plus rushing yards in the first quarter. Malik Washington, 14-plus yards, longest reception. Achane, 80-plus rushing yards. And Tipton, under 13.5 yards, longest reception in that one. I know the record doesn't reflect it for the Dolphins, but the Saints are just that bad. And to speak of bad teams, let's get to that next game, shall we? Jets, Falcons. Jets at home getting 2.5. Falcons on the road have been an absolute shit show. Kirk Cousins at quarterback has not looked good either. There is problems all over the place. Surprised Raheem Morris still has his job, as the Falcons like to fire early pretty much all the time. I didn't understand how you're bringing in a rookie quarterback and all these offensive weapons, and then you go get a defensive coach. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but that's the Falcons. When you think something makes sense, they go the opposite way. No Drake London this weekend, and they'll misuse Bijan, I'm sure, once again this weekend as well. I hate to play this, but the Jets plus 2.5 makes a ton of sense here, and that's the way we're rolling here. Jets plus 0.5 first quarter. 1.5 first half, 2.5 for the game. Bijan under 118.5 rushing and receiving yards combined because they just won't give him the ball enough. Mason Taylor under 3.5 catches. Mason Taylor under 14.5 yards, longest reception. That thing, they never throw him the ball for more than like 6 yards, so he's going to have to break like 5 tackles to get to 15. Bijan under 17.5 rush attempts. Cousin to throw a pick, an interception. By the way, this thing is like plus 170 almost. Get on this one. Sills under 13.5 yards, longest reception. Bijan under 4.5 receptions. Sills under 2.5 receptions in that one there. Then we get to the late window. We've got 3 4 o'clock games. Vikings, Seahawks. J.J. McCarthy's been god-awful. Everybody's seen that. Seahawks at home. That defense for the Seahawks, I think, is going to cause a lot of problems for J.J. Expect him to throw an interception here or something, or some turnovers. We love the Seahawks in this spot. -2.5 first quarter, 6.5 first half, 11.5 for the game. JSN, as he goes for 2,000 yards, we think he's got a big one here. 7+ catches. Charbonnet, anytime touchdown. Darnold for 37+ yards, longest reception, and expect that to go to JSN. Justin Jefferson, under 5.5 catches. Justin Jefferson, 9+ receiving yards in the first quarter. He's continued to hit that, but they just forget about him after the first quarter. JSN, 29+ yards, longest reception. Charbonnet, 32+ rush yards, as they should be running a boatload in the second half. And JSN, anytime touchdown first half. We're going to play him just in the first half, get some extra plus money there. Expect the Seahawks to win that thing by 3 touchdowns plus. Raiders and the Chargers at 4:25 Eastern time frame. Here's 2 teams where you never know what you're going to get. The Chargers have looked really good in some spots, bad in some others. The Raiders have pretty much looked bad for most of the season. Chargers laying 9.5 at home and only a total of 40.5. I guess they don't really expect the Raiders to score. Do you like the Chargers in this particular spot? I think they can win by 10. I think the 10 number is going to be pretty tight, though. -0.5 first quarter, 5.5 first half, 9.5 for the game. Herbert for 19+ rush yards. Geno for 40+ passing yards in the first quarter. Chin For the Raiders, 8+ tackles and assists. Ladd McConkey, 52+ receiving yards. Vidal for the Chargers, actually under 74.5 rush yards. Tucker for the Raiders, under 39.5 receiving yards. Herbert for a bomb, 36+ yards, longest reception. Geno Smith to throw a pick. Tyler Lockett, 29+ receiving yards. Maybe they can throw the ball to him since he doesn't want to seem to throw it to Bowers much anymore. And Herbert, 31+ passing attempts. And next game up, 4:25 Eastern time frame. Bills laying 3 on the road at the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers supposed to be back. And the Bills are missing everybody, including their 2 starting left tackles. What are the Bills going to do here? The key against the Steelers has been to throw the ball. Now you got 2 backup tackles, so you know the pass rush is going to be coming like monster crazy from TJ Watt, Highsmith, and others. I don't know what the Bills are going to do here. The Bills are a better spot than the Chiefs are, and they've got the head-to-head win over the Chiefs. But, they're a wild card spot, but I think they lose this game. But we are going to – the under to us makes a little bit more sense here in this one. Expect the Steelers to try to run the ball quite a bit against the Bills because I think they'll have some success. And if that's the case, that's going to grind the clock out as well. Bills and Steelers under 7.5 first quarter, 23.5 first half, 45.5 for the game. Pittsburgh plus the 3 as well. Darnell Washington, 2+ receptions. Rodgers for 200 passing yards. Metcalf for 5+ receiving yards in the first quarter. Rodgers to not throw a pick. Patrick Queen, 7+ tackles and assists. Josh Allen under 61.5 passing and rushing yards combined in the first quarter. Metcalf, 47+ receiving yards. Next game up, Broncos and Commanders. Sunday night football, 9:20 East or 8:20 Eastern time. Commanders at home getting 5.5 here. Broncos they've won some games. Obviously, they've won a bunch. They haven't covered a bunch on that one there, but I like to. For some reason, I just think maybe the Broncos have a little bit of a letdown coming off a bye here, or start really slow, which they've done. Commanders get that run game going, maybe a little bit here, and low-scoring game, but we do like the Commanders in this spot. Commanders plus a half first quarter, plus 3 first half, 5.5 for the game. Harvey under 49.5 rush yards. Nix, 10+ yards longest rush. Bo Nix, 15+ rushing yards. Krosky Merritt, 7+ rush attempts. Harvey under 12.5 rush attempts. Zach Ertz, 35+ receiving yards. Monday Night Football, we were kind of waiting to see exactly. It looks like Jackson Dart is going to play. I will tell you this. We are going to take the Giants plus the 7 in the hook here on the road on Monday night. I understand the Patriots have played really well. We like what the Patriots are doing. We love Drake May, but no place for us as of yet. But we will check out the Discord channel if you're in there. We'll have those a little bit later on. We might post this in the basketball episode for tomorrow as well, just to kind of give everybody the NFL Monday. So if you like the content you're seeing here, make sure you give us a like, subscribe, turn notifications on, leave a comment. All that stuff's free. Doesn't cost you a penny to do so. Shows a lot of love for the creators. Much appreciative. 7-day of free trial of Outlier, who does sponsor the show, is available in the comment section or the YouTube channel page. And also private Discord channel available for all of you out there. YouTube channel page in the comment section. A couple 100+ people that love doing the same thing that you do. It's called sports wagering. Get all of our bets early. Get our unit sizes. Get ahead of line moves, juice moves, all that fun stuff as well. By joining us on the Discord. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.